All right, guys, we are on 1 Samuel 28. It's about a page and 2/5 or something. Look a little beat, but I'm all right. All right, 1 Samuel 28. It's 11:30. So what happened here? David. So did David? I'm not sure what happened here. So anyway, 1 Samuel 28. And it came to pass in those days that the Philistines gathered their armies together for warfare to fight with Israel. And Achish said unto David, Know thou assuredly that thou shalt go out with me to battle, thou and thy men. And David said to Achish, Surely thou shalt know what thy servant can do. And Achish said to David, Therefore will I make thee keeper of my head forever. Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him. So Samuel died at the end of the book, and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. And the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem. And Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart greatly trembled. And when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets. Then said Saul unto his servants, Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. It's funny, Saul has hypocrisy. So Saul put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards, I guess people who claim to, could spirits speak through them, sort of. I don't have the word. I can't find the word. But then right here, he looks for a familiar spirit because he's scared. So he's trying to look for some sort of guidance. Like, are we going to win? And the servant said to him, Behold, there was a woman that had the familiar spirit at Endor. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment. And he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee. And the woman said unto him, Behold, no, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die? Like, it's illegal to do what you're asking of me. Like, do you want me to die? And Saul swore to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, Bring me up Samuel. Remember, Samuel's dead. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spoke to Saul, saying, Why hast thou deceived me? For thou art Saul. And the king said unto her, Be not afraid, for what sawest thou? So he's asking him, like, don't be afraid, but what did you see? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw gods ascending out of earth. And he said unto her, What form is he of? And she said, An old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived that it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. And Samuel said to Saul, Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me. And God has departed from me and answered me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do. Then said Samuel, Wherefore then dost thou ask of me, seeing that the Lord is departed from thee and is become thy enemy? Like, what can I do for you? Like, God usually speaks to me to speak to you. And the Lord hath done to him as he spoke by and the Lord hath done to him as he spoke by me, for the Lord hath rent the kingdom out of thy hand and given it to thy neighbor, to David, because thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, nor executedst his fierce wrath upon Amalek. Therefore hath the Lord done this thing unto thee this day. So this is the reason why. Remember, he was supposed to slay everybody. Moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines, and tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. The Lord also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistines. So he's saying tomorrow you're going to die. Tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. Then Saul fell straightway all along on the earth, and was sore afraid because of the words of Samuel. And there was no strength in him, for he had eaten no bread all day nor all night. And the woman came unto Saul, and saw that he was sore troubled, and said unto him, Behold, thy handmaid hath obeyed thy voice, and I have put my life in my hand, and have hearkened unto thy words which thou spokest unto me. Now therefore I pray thee, hearken thou also unto the voice of thy handmaid, and let me set a morsel of bread before thee, and eat, that thou mayest have strength when thou goest on thy way. But he refused and said, I will not eat. But his servants together with the woman compelled him, and he hearkened unto their voice. So he arose from the earth and sat upon the bed. And the woman had a fat calf in the house, and she hasted and killed it, and took flour and kneaded it, and did bake unleavened bread thereof. And she brought it before Saul and before his servants, and they did eat. Then they rose up and went away that night. So a lot of different shit going on right here. The Philistines are formidable. They're going to destroy Saul. He gets afraid, doesn't know. At first, he got rid of all these people who could fortune tell, I guess prophets, not like of their own gods, or people who claim to attract spirits and could bring spirits up. I don't know what they call that. What do they call that? I don't want to say garner, but garner is not the right word. Like, be able to bring spirits up so they could talk and give messages through them, sort of like a prophet, but for not of the righteous God, I suppose. And he gets rid of them, but now he wants them back, so he goes in disguise. The girl's like, well, don't you know that the king said this is illegal? Well, don't worry, don't worry. Who you want me to summon up? Well, summon up Saul, because Saul's dead. The woman says, okay. And Saul tells the woman, you fool, that's Saul. That's the actual king that's telling you to bring up my spirit. So Samuel tells Saul, why'd you bring me up? Why are you bothering me? Well, I asked the Lord to show me a sign in a dream about what I should do with the Philistines, but the Lord's saying, the Lord's not hearing me anymore. So he tells him, like, well, David is the king now. Well, what am I going to do? God usually uses me to talk to you. That's what a prophet does. But God's not showing you a sign either through a dream or any sort of sign, you know? Um, so, like, what can I do for you? So he's just telling him the Philistines are going to kill you. So, interesting. You're going to die tomorrow. Philistines will kill you, you and your sons. Peace.